I'm sure you must have met President Rollins to a number of times.
Rollins?
Yes.
Yes, Rollins, I taught him flying, actually.
You taught him?
Yes. There was a saying that Rollins flew under the Adomi bridge.
We heard that when we were children.
Okay. And I said, no, he didn't. I was that time in charge of operations of the Air Force. And I said, nothing like that happened. If it had happened, we would have court-martialed him. Nothing like that happened.
Is it possible to fly under the Adomi bridge? It's not possible.
Because you know there are some strings on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know it. Mm-hmm. If you look at it, so and he's not going to be able to fly between the water and nothing either.
That's what we heard.
No. I've come out about 2-3 crashes.
You've come out of 2 or 3 crashes.
Yes.
Yes. Give us. Tell me about the first one.
The first one was in Takoradi.
Hey.
So we called the soldiers. They came and pushed the aircraft back.
They pushed the aircraft back. How many soldiers did that?
You know that strip was by the unit, the army unit.
Yes.
They all came and pull
66.
And pull it back.
So if somebody called you general, would they be wrong, out of place?
Well, I would accept it.
Yes.
Because I take it that the person does not know
the ranks,
yes.
The Air Force.
But the service have 3 distinct services, and each of them have their own designations. But
what is the rank immediately before Air Commodore?
Group captain.
Group captain, okay. And then before group captain is?
Wing commander.
Wing commander, okay. All right.
Then squadron leader.
Okay.
And
okay. So group captain would be almost like a colonel in the army?
Yes, a colonel.
Yes, yeah. Okay.
Well, I have all in that book.
Yes.
If you want it, you can.
Yes, I'll definitely. I'll go and become more versed in the Air Force terminology. I'm happy to see you.
The same thing.
How does it feel like to be almost 90 years old?
Say again?
How does it feel like to be almost 9 decades old?
Well, I feel that I'm not the same as I used to be. I can't walk the way I like to walk. I used to play golf, but now I'm not playing. And I would say that you should feel that the age is catching you up, or it's caught you up. And 90 years is not easy. Anytime I hear people say you are 90, I'm wondering, because when we were young, the old people we saw around were not 90s. They were between the 60s to the 90s, but we saw them very old.
Very old, yes.
Yes. And now we see a lot of people dying, 80 something. They still manage to keep things going. Yeah. See, I'm not talking loud enough.
Yes.
The way I like it. As a soldier, I should be able to shout from here to that side, commanding. And now I don't think I have the voice.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, but that is what life is.
Indeed.
And people have to accept that. Yes.
That's so.
Yes. I left the service quite young, at 45, that I was retired because of change of government. It was actually law. The usual thing is that every government picks its own service commanders. So automatically when there's a change of government, you expect that the whole top will go and a new set will come in. And that's happened to us, the same thing.
Yeah. It happened recently with the new administration.
Yes.
And there was a lot of hue and cry in the media, but for you, it was normal?
No. It's normal. It's normal. I mean, the heads, but here I think the recent ones went too low. They went too low, and weeded out a lot of people in there.
Where should the limit have been? If you say
you take the heads off. The others holding various divisional positions are appropriately holding the positions. They should hold it. But if you go further than that, then you are prioritizing the whole thing. it shouldn't be the case.
How did you feel when you heard that news, that they had gone that deep?
As for the heads, yes.
They have to go.
You want to have the heads that you want to deal with immediately. But you cannot say that everybody on the line also should also clear and then you put new ones in there. For what reason?
So in terms of like the Air Force, it should have been, what, Air Commodore upwards?
Yes, that's what happened.
Yes. But then they went below?
More or less, yes. You know, so those who have suddenly found themselves right up there, as soon as this government leaves, they're also going to leave.
And the cycle continues.
This is what it happens. So as far as the continuity, we're weeding out the experience we've built along, and certainly bringing the inexperience to come in command. It doesn't work that way, you know. Yes.
At this time, are you able to, did anybody call you to get your opinion about this, or you just reflect on them in the news?
Well, now I can always go to the Air Force commander, sit with him, talk generally with him. Well, that is it. In my case, I am a member of the 37th Military Hospital Board. My previous experience, so my board member. Now I'm still there. At least things about the hospital and so on, I can still be heard through the board, you know. But apart from that, nothing else. We have our retired associations, but they pick topics they want to deal with. They look at what will not be offensive to anybody.
Indeed.
And deal with it, yes. So we don't have an organization where the retired chaps experience immediately be called to, automatically be called for this thing. We have forced ourselves into those positions.
How does that make you feel, that there's no body like that to tap into the brains, experiences of people who have gone through the system?
Kafui, these things are quite disturbing. For instance, I look at 37. Now, almost everybody with brigadier rank was off. And the doctor is the time his experience is required, is what we are weeding out. We could set up a consultancy unit in there. And all those people who have come of age and we want to retire them, but our specialists can still operate from there. Then we can tap the experience straight from there. But now you take them out, so now they must now, dentists, specialists, pediatricians, and all those are now all out. Because their rank, they are gone.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be the case. Shouldn't be the case.
So that almost becomes like a swift reintroduction into civilian life, because you're now retired.
Yes. They want to go. You're retired, you can go into civilian life, yes. But it's not easy to set up a clinic.
At short notice.
Yes.
Yeah.
It demands a lot of things to set up your own personal clinic. Some of them have got clinics set up already. You know, they close from 37, they go there. So it's easy for them to transition into those areas. What about the one who was just faithfully just working for you and so on?
Change your government and then boom, you're gone.
He now must go and look for a place to continue and pass his experience on for his own needs.
What could you teach somebody who has gone through this experience based on you? You left quite early in your 40s.
45.
45, yes. What's one thing you can tell somebody who is going through that?
45 years.
Yes, almost 45 years ago. Yeah, you've been retired almost 45 years. Yeah. What have you learned most from that time?
Well, fortunately for me, after 10 years, when I left the service, I was called to go and help.
Yes.
And therefore, from then onwards, my experience was readily available.
But what was happening in those 10 years, between 45 and 55?
10 years, I was sitting home, really.
Wow.
I didn't want to go anywhere. I never traveled out. I stayed on. What I noticed then was that I was developing a dimension that I was forgetting things too easily. I couldn't remember things too easily after 10 years. So I went to see my doctor in 37. I said, there's something wrong with me. Now I'm forgetting things too quickly. There's nothing. It's the fact that you've not been using your brain.
That's it.
And all this for that long. At the age, I don't think there's anything wrong with you, because every time you've been reporting for sick, we know your medical records, and there's nothing wrong with you. It's the fact that you are not utilizing your brain and so on. And I noticed that it was true. Then at that time, I was invited to go to Komfo Anokye as the chief executive. And I started reading, getting busy with my mind, and I was catching things up easily.
The brain started getting back to normal.
Because normally, I would have a diary at the beginning of the year, and can you believe that the whole year I may just write about 2 pages of it? Everything I could remember, almost everything that scheduled I have to do. But I was commander. Your ADC might also come and trouble with that. Say, tomorrow we have these programs and so on. Otherwise, I remember it.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't written it. And this is what I think a lot of people might be suffering from now.
Yeah.
And it's not too good. It's not too good.
Before we even go back to the beginnings, growing up as a young boy and your earliest memories, I'm just curious about your thoughts on this medical issue that was in the news, the no bed syndrome. Recently, there was news of one person who was knocked down by a vehicle. He went to 3 public hospitals, didn't get any help. Yeah. They said no bed. Yeah. In the end, he died.
No, there is no excuse whatsoever for anybody to turn anybody out on hospital emergency. A car hits somebody. Are you prepared? I mean, how large would you have a hospital so you can take care of every patient that comes? US, during the COVID-19, people didn't have places. They had to put up tents and so on, And this is a country that has all the resources. And yet, in emergency, when people were dying plenty, they didn't have the means to contain. They had to put up temporary areas to meet the COVID-19 patients.
Indeed.
And so on. So, I don't know whether that unfortunate patient went to 37.
No, it was Komfo Anokye. Sorry, it was Korle Bu. It was Rage. And this police hospital.
And police, yes. Because if they were, tomorrow I have a board meeting and I was going to take it up with them.
Straight up.
Honestly. No, we couldn't. The staff at the reception there should have been brought to book straight away. Even if you have to put the patient on the crutch down, put it down and put a drip on. It's done. Put 2 tray tables there, put the patient on and put a drip on him because he's had the accident. How can you turn him out? Sent to where? Why? No. So, well, then they are happy because it's a question I've put on that I was going to find out from.
Yes.
That is whether
it was
that patient was brought there.
Yeah.
If it was brought there, all the staff on duty that day will be brought to book. It shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
It shouldn't happen. You don't have to get a bed to treat somebody who's been knocked down by a car. You can do the treatment here. Yeah. Put a drip by the person who can be there.
So be innovative, be creative.
Yes. You go to the accident center, and accidents happen. People come, they are lying there, you're treating them. You cannot turn anybody out. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's too wrong. All those who were on duty that turned that job should be brought to book. All of them, in all the hospitals.
We wait to see what happens with the investigations.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's my view about it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just too sad for somebody to die like that.
Probably could have died, but still, you should have seen some attention being given before the person died.
That's it.
Then you know that it's natural that he must die. But you don't see that. And then it's in the ambulance, and I don't think they have maintained the ambulance the way it should be. I set up the ambulance service. I was the chairman of the board that set up the ambulance service.
What were the visions that you had and the missions at that time?
Look, we were sent down, we were 7, a committee of 7, and I was the head. I had retired from Korle Bu. So they thought I could be useful. So I was called to chair the committee that started and set up the ambulance service. We were sent to France for 3 weeks to study their system. France sent us to Benin,
Dahomey.
at the time, to go and look at how they were operating, because they had been taught by France. For 2 weeks we were in Omi. We came back and then put our heads together. We toured every part of the country.
To set up this ambulance service?
Yes.
So from France to Cotonou
Yes.
to Ghana?
Yes. We put up our paper, but we had to tour our own area to see the problems there before we can set up this. When we finished, we came to the conclusion that this should not be politicized. We should not put politics into serving the ambulance. So we divided the whole country into 5 zones and said that zone 1 is made up of the various constituencies in there, zone 2 here, zone 3, all right. So we're talking about zones. We're not talking about constituencies.
No.
That each one should have an ambulance. No.
So that one ambulance, one constituency thing, it wasn't part of the plan?
No.
It was zones?
No. You see, you make it into politics, then things are different.
Yeah.
But the ambulance service could have been like a company, all right, with branches in all those zones.
To cover the various areas?
Covered everything. With radio connections. We put up radios, VHF radios and HF radios in all those places. We put up some radios in the reception centers at the various hospitals. We put up a radio at places like Otrase on the Kumasi Road, where there used to be so many accidents. We put a telephone booth. That all you do, you lift it, and then it goes straight to Kibu Hospital.
Yes, so that's a connection.
Where there is an ambulance service unit there. They pick it, they do something that's happened at Otrase. They drive straight there. You cannot go and pick the telephone and call anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. You pick it, it goes straight to that side. All right. And so we had to tour the country and identify all such areas that are prone to accidents and put one of such telephones there.
So all this was in the plan?
Yes.
How many ambulances did you envisage the country should be served with at that time?
No, we started with about 50 for fun, for sense. And even those ambulances, the 50, were divided into 3. We had an ambulance that is only for carrying passengers or wounded people, sitting cases. We had an ambulance that is depending upon the sort of injury there, the unit will send that time with a doctor and so on inside.
On board, so you can be giving treatment while it's moving.
So straight away they start the treatment from there as they drive to this. And as they come, they call wherever station they're going to. So they know, and they're also waiting. As soon as the ambulance gets there,
you move.
They pick the person out. All right? So all the conversation between the ambulance service and the reception of the hospital is on like that.
So they know what kind of injury is coming, so they can prepare.
Yes, yes. And we set up something like an ops room operations room for all the regional and district ambulance centers. And the ambulance crew will be sitting there at the scene, have a map of the area, Accra map, and so on. And the call comes in, the chap calls, and then he identifies where it is. Straight away, you should find it. The crew must be looking at it on the map.
Yes.
So they know where they're going, and therefore, from there, where are we? They plan their route straight from there. You know.
So it was very methodical, very systematic. And this is 2002.
Yes,
Well,
yes. The whole book, it was like that. As the volume was like that, that we gave to the ministry for them to use and so on.
so what happened?
Well, when they finished, the whole thing was commissioned by the Ministry of Health. Then we finished sending our report there, and we were told that, okay, thank you very much, we will implement them. So the whole, even though the staff, the principal secretary, we used to call them, and the major staff said, okay, this thing is okay, let them implement it.
Exactly.
So let them implement it for about a year or two. Set it up, and then see. Then the political said, no. Pumpuni has had his time. He's finished. We thank him for this. So that is it. So they brought in a doctor to come and implement this. He has no idea. And then he messed everything up. The next thing we heard was that now every constituency must have one ambulance.
Yes, it became a slogan.
Yes.
One constituency, one ambulance.
Yes. Because the company that we were dealing with, who brought in the ambulances, we have gone to the extent of signing an agreement with them that ambulances will be treated as first emergency in their system. If an ambulance is brought in for repairs, they stop all other things.
Exactly.
And repair the ambulance.
Indeed.
And this is what was done. This was what was done. And the company was then forced that they should at least have branches in the various regions to take care of maintenance of the ambulances. All right.
So is your plan still there?
Oh, yes.
So they can actually just take it and
Yes,
implement?
Yes. But now we've made the whole thing up. I sit here and see an ambulance and everybody's blowing siren.
Yeah.
The sirens, I don't know. Why should the people sending funeral procession be blowing sirens?
Because the man is dead already.
That's the point.
No, there's no emergency again.
Why should they be blowing ambulance service for what? To clear the way for the dead person in the vehicle? For what? It shouldn't be the case.
No, at all.
Shouldn't be the case.
And then cement blocks. There was one case of cement blocks being ferried in an ambulance.
No, but how can they do that? There must be somebody in charge of that side who is detailing the ambulance to go to wherever.
That's crazy.
And how can he be detailed to go and pick any other thing apart from a patient?
Exactly.
You don't move. In the ops room there, we have the ambulance service, very different ambulances all set there, and the map of the area is there, where a case has come to. From there, its route is laid on this. Where is he going? How did he come by the cement? Who sent him to pick the cement?
So systems must be placed.
Come on. This is, I sit here and look at these things, and I feel so sad in me that a thing like this is happening. And it is not good for this country.
No.
There are some things that are not for politics.
No. And health is definitely one of them.
This is one of them. It doesn't matter whoever, why should the head of the ambulance service would there be moved because the government has changed? Shouldn't.
No.
Why should you come and put my own man as the head of the ambulance service because I'm now in government? No. It shouldn't be the case.
There was a time too, and I personally experienced it, where I had to my uncle was in Angloga, and they said they needed to take him to Ho for a test or something. So, but I had to put some money down before the ambulance would move. I was shocked. No money, no movement.
Anyway, it's Kafui, these things. There are so many things that some of us, I don't know. I don't have the energy to talk with my voice even isn't coming out. And
but your thoughts matter because you were you knew what the plan was at the beginning in 2002.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then and it took us pains. I mean, the time we went to France and then Benin, we came back and then we taught all the regions to separate these things. Look, for convenience sake, we attached the fire service to the ambulance services.
Why?
Because the fire services were already established. And most times, accidents happen, you need the fire service to go with it. In fact, the ambulances we brought, 5 of them had winches, a car winch.
Okay.
Because a lot of accident hits, and then to get to the person, they had to hack various lorry to be able to get the patient.
So some of your ambulances actually had equipment to
I don't know whether
extract.
they're still there. Yes.
Okay.
You hook it to that.
Yes.
And wind, and then it extracts.
Yes.
Then you can take the
Like
patient
the
out.
tow trucks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All these were in there. So the first set of ambulances had these winches as well.
They really should have just consulted the people who thought about it and did the training.
Yes. Yeah.
But does it also mean, Air Commodore, that before your time, the 2002, there was no national ambulance service in Ghana?
No. The hospitals have ambulances. Some of them have ambulances. But we said we should take that burden off the hospitals. Let us have a company, sort of, ambulance service that should be responsible for all that.
Yeah.
If anybody, people say, oh, we get a donation, we give it to the hospital, fine. They can have it for their own, any additional service if they want. But the national service, which is the ambulance service, should be planned and then used by the hospitals.
And non-political.
Yes. So this didn't come on, and it's unfortunate, but it's it.
That's what is happening.
And we had to acquire that school at when you go to Korle Bu. To set up the school there, to treat them. We had the contact with the police to treat the drivers, how to drive defensively and so on. And all those,
It was all in the plan. Air Commodore K.K. Pumpuni is my guest on today's show. And if you haven't yet subscribed, this is the time to do it. Air Commodore, I'm going to take you all the way back to your earliest memories. What are some of your earliest memories of growing up? Way back in the late 30s, early 40s.
Yes. Let me take it that I schooled in secondary college.
Okay.
I am a pioneer student.
Circle.
The school circle was set up, I think, 51, we were 52. 51, when they set it up, they had just about 3-4 students who were the actual hand.
Wow.
That came in about 20, 25 to start.
So pioneering students.
Yes, pioneering student. And then...
But you have memories of Konyako, where you were born?
Yes.
What was life like there?
Well, I was born in Konyako because my father, being a surveyor, a land surveyor, was touring every corner of the country according to this. And in his tour, we got to Konyako. That's where he married my mother from Obrachere, which is near Konyako. And then, so their game ended up with me coming up.
Yeah, definitely
coming out in Konyako.
A good game.
Yeah.
What was your mother's profession? What did she do?
My mother was just a trader.
Okay.
A trader.
All right.
Yes. So I was brought to Konyako because my father's work, a land surveyor took him all the way from Kumasi and other places to Konyako. But I'm an Ashanti. My father is an Ashanti, but my mother is from Obrachre, in
the central region.
Just near Konyako.
Konyako, okay.
And that's where we met my father.
Did you start schooling there in Konyako?
Yeah.
Did you start schooling in Konyako, like primary school?
No. From there straight away, my father brought me to my aunt in Kumasi.
Ah.
That's where I started class 1.
Okay.
Yes. Because his work, the way he was, traveling all over the places over here, had no permanent areas.
No.
So he brought me to Kumasi to stay or to be brought up by my aunt.
So you left your mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you an only child?
Yeah. No. We were 4. Yeah. So I was the first. Actually.
Okay. So were you all living in Kumasi?
Yes, mostly.
Okay. What was Kumasi like in the 40s?
Oh, beautiful those days.
Was it really a garden city?
Yes. That was a garden city. Every corner had flowers. Flowers, everything. Everybody had flowers right in front of it, and beautiful. Not as we see now.
No.
That now everything has become a pavement, this thing. All the flowers are gone.
It's a concrete jungle now.
Concrete, and brings more heat. The sun hits on the concrete and comes out. Instead of hitting it and going down and bringing, evaporating, and then growing things out of it.
Through the plants.
It's all gone, yes.
Why do you think we're not able to maintain that garden city vibe in Kumasi?
It's we couldn't. This country, we all started thinking differently. I'm telling you a joke in the military.
Yes.
There used to be monthly inspection by WOs and sergeants and all those there.
Right.
Yes. And this sergeant inspector was going around on inspection, and in front of one of the rooms or houses of the soldier, he has started growing. He sowed maize. And the maize have come to that level all over. And the sergeant was expecting flowers. And you planting maize. Say, hey, my friend, who tell you make you come and plant kinky tree here? Who tell you make you plant kinky tree here? Move on quickly.
Fast.
So they should move it and plant flowers.
Flowers.
And that was what it is.
No kinky tree business.
No kinky trees.
Keep the place beautiful. Yeah. I like it.
Yes. So we damaged all the environment around us, right from that side. Go to the estate here, and the frontage that was left for gardening has all been converted into stores. Into stores. Everybody is selling something. Who must buy? Everybody is selling. And so who must buy?
Good question.
This is it. I've converted the whole estate, every corner, into stores. Extension from the house straight onto the street.
No pavement.
The part that should have been
the pavement. It's gone.
Yes, it's gone.
The authorities are supposed to be making sure that these things don't happen.
The one problem we have in the country is the fact that we don't have supervisors. There's nobody supervising anything. The rules, the laws we have set up are first class. But who is supervising it? Nobody. Blame the police because you cannot entrust or trust the police to actually police.
The police are not policing?
No. I would say 60% of the problems we have in the country is the fact that the police is not policing. They have their own agenda. And so the laws, the good laws that have been passed by the parliament is not being carried out.
Compare that to In the 40s, when you were in Kumasi?
In the 40s, it wasn't easy. But that was the term we used to call the police. He said what the white man has said, that is all. That you shouldn't park here. How can you park there? You can't. He won't allow you to do that. He'll arrest you straight away. All right? It's not the case now.
No.
It's not. It's not. You look at how things are happening, you believe you don't see how that should happen when the police are walking around and offenses are being committed and they turn off and go on and nobody is afraid of a policeman anymore.
Back in your day, people were afraid of the police.
Oh, yes. Yes. Not even only police, even sanitary inspectors.
The Tankasi people?
The Tankasi people. For coming around here, he has a right to come in here, and he used to carry a ladle with him. He come to the house. Most times our waters are all in drums, you know. Either fetching the water straight from rainwater or whatever it is. And you stir it and see whether it's clean enough. Yes, with that big ladle, you stir that thing and see whether it's clean enough or some particles are coming. If you see particles in it, it's enough evidence to summons you to go and pay it.
So you go to the court?
Oh, yes.
Or the local council and go and pay?
You go to the court. And then people hear the Tankasi man is coming. Everybody's running helter-skelter and collecting things, rubbish around and going to hide them for this man not to see. You see?
So there was order and discipline?
Yes, yes. So that was the case. Now it's no more. It's no more.
So lack of supervision is the big deal. Lack of supervision is the big issue.
That is
you think if we start supervising, we'll be able to solve a lot of the problems?
Yes. Lack of supervision. And it goes all the way to government. Government puts up beautiful plans, but things are not being implemented the way it should be because there's no supervision. The chap sitting in the office is just saying it's enough. And then the contractor does a job and he comes, keeps him there for 2-3 days hanging around. He knows that he must go and grease his palm before. He does that and that's it. He doesn't even go to see whether the work is done.
No.
And he signs it. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the whole thing is coming up again.
Yeah.
Because nobody actually supervises.
That's it.
Nobody. I wish the government to have a proper monitoring unit, either under the president or wherever, have the authority to follow up government's own projects in regions to see whether they are being carried out the way it is.
That's it.
If they are not, what are the difficulties? Pass the difficulties on back to government to, give the support so that the project can get on.
That's it.
That you should have a good unit made up of very experts in various areas that will go round on all government projects that are going on and report on it and follow up, help them to get clear difficulties they have and so on. By that, the government also will end up with everything being done properly.
Indeed. Yeah.
So without that, we can only have good plans. KK, come and read it over here, and that's it. You go down there, and we just lucky that a few are able to, come out completed. The rest will end up cut away.
Which is not good enough.
Yes.
So you spent your childhood in Kumasi. What made you go to choose secondary college for your secondary education?
I went to
because that's the Western region.
Yes. I went to secondary college because, one, I wanted to leave Kumasi.
Oh, why? It was nice and beautiful. It was nice?
Yeah.
Why did you want to leave?
I wanted to leave Kumasi. I was in the state primary school.
Okay.
And then I started a common entrance. I passed. I was to go to government prep college.
Okay.
Then about a year before the end of school term, there was this visit to schools by the proprietor or president of secondary college, the proprietor.
Okay.
He was then, touring schools and introducing the school that he set up and so on.
Almost like promoting his school.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was an American trained, and then he was bringing an American system, sort of no school, no uniforms. Anybody can wear whatever he likes, provided
really?
it's clean. Oh yeah, that's how we started secondary college.
Okay.
Yes. So
You were tired of the uniform business.
After his talk to us
Yes.
at the school, I decided, look, I think I want to go to the coast,
Yeah.
leave Kumasi. Anytime schools went on vacation, we saw those from Fansipim, Adisada, all the coastal schools
Yes.
coming home. The reception that we give to them is so much that if I went to Prempeh College, because I'm there almost every weekend, I may jump to the house and so on. So you don't see that.
Yeah.
Yes. So rather I wanted to go to secondary.
Yes.
So I decided to go, even though I passed the common entrance, I could have gone to Prempeh College. I decided to go to secondary college and then set up here. So that's how we finished up there. And then after secondary college, I was invited to teach
Okay.
in the school.
All right.
Because probably I was sharp a little for them.
Of course.
Yes. So I had 2 years teaching in secondary college after my school.
Okay.
Yes.
What exams did they write back then? The ordinary level, West Africa certificate, O level. So you did O level in secondary college. Yeah.
Yes, and then advanced.
And you did advanced level as well.
Yes.
So when you left secondary college, how old were you then? By then, were you quite 20?
Yes, about 20.
About 20.
21.
Okay.
21.
You ended up in the Air Force, but I'm wondering, were you like other Ghanaian kids who dreamt of being pilots when you were young? Did you dream of being a pilot when you were young?
Well, no. The pilots or flying idea came into my head when, after my teaching career in secondary. From secondary, I applied to go to meteorology, Met department.
Yes.
Meteorology.
The weather people.
The weather people. So I moved from secondary and came and lodged with my father's friend, a surveyor in, he was then staying in Adabraka.
Okay. So born in the Central Region, went to school in Kumasi, then went to, came to secondary, and now you are in Greater Accra.
Yes.
Yeah. You're moving around the country.
Yes.
Almost like your father, the surveyor. Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. In fact, I'll come over to that side too. So I got to second.
Adabraka.
Yes.
Okay.
Stayed there and applied and went to work at the airport.
Oh.
With the Met
department. Okay.
Yeah, Met department.
All right.
Airport, yes. And then.
So what was your responsibility in the Met department?
Well, I was a student, learning.
Yeah, a trainee.
Learning on that.
Okay.
About meteorology. And then we go to work 8 o'clock, close about 2. And then the Met had a bus that used to pick patients from town to the airport. At 2 o'clock, the bus picks us and drops people all over the place. Instead of dropping at Adabraka, I decided to drop at the main station. What do you call it? Accra Central.
Yes, yes.
What do you call it?
The main station. Makola. Tema Station. Tema Station.
No. It used to be near
Post office.
Near where the main bus station.
Yes,
on
indeed.
top there, near
to
this house. Near
near Cocoa Board?
No, near Ghana Airways. Right?
Near Ghana Airways.
Yeah,
Okay.
near the
Okay.
Ghana House.
Okay, Ghana House.
Yeah, that used to be the main center.
Yes.
Bus
Oh, okay.
central
Okay.
station.
All right.
And by that place, there was a American Embassy information service.
Yes. USIS.
By the hospital.
Yes.
By the cinema. Yes. So I come there, the bus, I drop there and go to the information service, their library, and start reading about things. Because I had then started working at the airport.
Yes.
My interest about aircraft started coming up. So when I got there, I started reading about the aircrafts. And then I saw things there about United States Air Force and so on. My interest in flying developed. So I kept on reading about them to the extent that I wrote a letter to the Air Force, US Air Force, that I wanted to be recruited. The reply to me was that I should become a citizen before I can be considered. And that was the end. And the following year, there was an advert out, that was 59, about the formation of Ghana Air Force. I said, okay.
If I can't be a citizen.
This I can't go there. This is the one that's coming
I can do
right
it here. It's coming home.
This is it. That's it. So I
You applied.
applied.
What were your subjects though? O level. What did you?
No, advanced.
Yes. What was your subjects at the advanced level?
Math, science,
Okay, so you had
and geography.
Oh.
That's it. So
those are pilot subjects.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I applied and went through selection.
Okay.
For the it was a written exam, then oral selection, and then later.
Was it hard? Was the exam hard? Was the exam difficult?
It was somehow, but it wasn't, because after your A level, and even having taught, I was teaching geography and maths in Form 1 and 2, so I still had a lot.
Yeah.
And then so we went through, and then we came to the selection board. They picked a lot of us because it was held in Arakan at that time. Arakan.
Yes. In Bamako.
Yes, that's where the selection board was. We go there and meet a panel there, a panel of about 11 people there. And then you had a 5 minutes lecturette to give a lecture on any topic of your choice, any topic. So pick a topic and lecture us. That is the panel.
Okay.
For 5 minutes.
What did you pick?
I said I'll talk about aircraft engines.
Hey.
I had read so much about those,
Your U.S. Information Service rapport was coming.
I had read about all those things about it. Look.
Okay.
We had to understand that, we could virtually identify aircraft by its nature, the way it is. And it was a subject in the Air Force also. We call aircraft identification. Yeah.
So you lectured them?
Just 5 minutes. I lectured them about aircraft engines. And of course, the panel of 7, there was only one Air Force chap on it, a wing commander, Indian officer, who was a pilot, who was then attached to the Air Force headquarters. Everybody on the panel, they probably didn't understand.
You were bamboozled.
Yes. Aircraft engines.
From where?
Told them all the type of engines we have, and then where each engine is used, why this type of engine should be used here or there, and so on and so forth. And then, so I talked about it. Then everybody sat down listening. It was only the Air Force chap who was taking some notes. I could see he's taking a few notes. Then he came after that. He said, questions. This one comes. Then the question he asked, so where were you born? And I'll tell you this one comes. Secondary college. how long is the all sorts of funny questions. And so why didn't you go to your hometown, but you decided to come here? All sorts of funny questions. Then it came to this Indian Air Force chap.
Yes.
Then he put it to me. Said, well, you said that the X5 engine, which is used, so that's what they're using for all these big, is able to operate over 40,000 feet and so on. And you also said that that side there's no oxygen there. So how would the X5, how can you operate in these areas without oxygen? And without oxygen too, you cannot have a combustion. There's nothing will burn.
Yeah.
I said, well, the X5 operates in those areas because it carries its own oxygen in a solid form. So there's a solid oxygen in the aircraft, and that is what it operates.
Yes.
So it can go to 100,000, 80,000, 100,000 feet without depending upon the oxygen outside.
It's carrying its own oxygen.
Yeah, it carries its own oxygen. That's why it's
What did the Indian man say?
Then they asked him. So well, he has done it. He has done it. So straight away they gave me a cheat. Go to 37, go and have your medicals.
And that's it.
And that's it. And then, so that is how we got into the Air Force.
Just back a bit. This is like 59.
Yeah.
But 2 years earlier, it was independence.
Yes.
Ghana became independent.
Independent was
In
60.
57.
Yeah, 67.
57. Republic was 60.
Yes.
But our independence was 1957.
Yes.
Where were you in 1957? So you were still in school.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember the Independence Day?
Yes, I remember. I was then in Takoradi.
In Takoradi?
Yeah.
What was the celebration like?
The celebration was beautiful, just like holidays for us, schools, parade, and so on. And then just like the Empire Day, you know.
Yes. Where you had to sing the anthem.
Yes,
Now you have to learn the
yes,
new anthem.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we had the Queen's husband and so were coming down, and then things were happening in Accra. But
Yes.
those of us in the regions, we had our own small things that we were enjoying.
Okay.
And then we had a flight display. The British Air Force brought a team of aircraft, and they flew over, and they came over Cape Coast secondary, you know, and this was so beautiful.
So they were giving you flying ideas back then, you know?
That time. Yes. So
Did the Prime Minister Nkrumah come to Western region around that time, before independence?
No. Before that time. Well, there were a lot of visits all over, but it was more political.
Yeah.
And some of us at school could not follow and go on that way.
But did you ever meet him though?
Yes.
You met him?
I met him.
Okay. By then, were you in the Air Force?
I met him in the Air Force once, but it wasn't too nice. Because my father had been detained by him.
Ah.
Yeah, my father was detained
The surveyor?
in 1959 or so.
What was the offense? What was the offense?
His offense?
Yes.
He had no offense. The offense is that my father was preventing the Asantehene at that time from accessing his funds in the bank. Asantehene, my father later on retired from government service and became the Asantehene surveyor. Oh. So he was in charge of Asantehene lands, my father. And he had staff under him in charge of overseeing the management of Asantehene's 2 lands. And for some time, some people were laid off from the Asantehene lands for no reason, and they are taken it up to court. And the court had ruled that the Asantehene must reinstate them and pay them. Then for another 6 months, no action had been taken. The staff and my father were out, no pay. The court decision is not being implemented. They went back, and the court put a stop on Asantene's accounts.
Wow.
That he couldn't draw anything until he's paid the staff there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can imagine that Santini wouldn't have been too pleased. I can imagine that Santini would not have been pleased by that action.
Yes, yes. So, my understanding is that Korle Bu say one day visited the Asantehene, and then Nana, what they say, and then Pumpuni bino, or no, and they say, Misika Crow Bank crowd and Sabatoso, in Tikapra crowd, maybe anybody did, and so on. So he told him about what was happening, that through my father, who was then leading his staff, he is unable to access his food, his accounts, and so on. So he told Nana that way. Nana told Korle Bu said, so Korle Bu says, you leave him to me. So they went. The following week or two, my father's police went to the house and picked him straight away. And straight away from there to Nsawam.
For how long?
He came out after the 66 coup.
From 1959. Whoa.
Yeah. He came out after 66 coup.
7 years?
Yeah.
Did you ever visit him?
No. I was in the service and I dare not. I didn't want to even identify myself that much.
Wow.
That my father has been detained by government.
Was
but
he
because he wasn't a political child,
yes,
they released a few people, but he wasn't touched. Nobody knew him. He wasn't on any political list. So he was in there just like that. And then came out.
7 years?
Yes, came out in 66 after the coup.
Did he ever tell you about his experiences inside the Sawam, your father?
When they came out,
yes.
Yes.
What did he say? What did he say that really has remained with you for a long time?
They had the hardship in the food, and the fact that, and as a result of that, my father hated warders, prison warders. He says if any of his children, relative, goes to marry a warder, a prison warder, he should leave the house.
Straight.
Because he has seen how wicked those people were, and so on and so forth, for the 7 years or so that he stayed in prison.
Wow.
And then a letter he smuggled out to us, and then I remember saying that he's okay, he's doing fine. All we will see about him is that he now has a silvery hair.
Yeah.
And so that is the only difference we see about him.
Yes.
So, okay. My father, the silvery hair business, the man will dye his hair every day. You know, there was this type of mixture.
Yes.
For dyeing hair in those days.
Yes.
Yes. And every day, my father does it before he goes to bath. Three things. He gets up first, he goes to the toilet. He comes to wash his mouth. And then he puts the dye, makes the dye. He was using a toothbrush.
Toothbrush, yes.
Put it and dye everything. Before he
didn't want to see the silver.
And then wash it.
Yeah.
So at that time, my father's hair at about 60, between 60 and 70 was still very, very black.
Because he was dyeing it every day.
He was dyeing it. So when he went to the prison, he couldn't get access to this anymore. The silvery one came.
He was dyeing before he went to prison.
Yes.
And then now he couldn't dye again.
So all that, the notice, what we will notice about him is that now he has silvery hair.
Yes, it has reverted to his normal settings. Yeah. So you met Usajifu?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But it was very brief, just in companies, yes. And then after joining the service, after joining the service, we kept ourselves off
The politics.
so that we are not recognized that our father was in prison.
Yes. You think he would have recognized your name?
As I said, the man wasn't a political chap, so I'm sure he would not remember. That's why his eyes didn't come on me
On you.
as such.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
If he was a political figure,
Yes.
then the name Pumpuni and that one
Will come.
relate, and then you
Definitely.
then so nothing.
Of that sort.
Yes, yes.
What was training like to be a member of the armed forces? What was your training like?
What was
Your training?
my training?
Yes.
Well, we were the first to establish, to be used in establishing the military academy.
Okay.
Previously, officers were sent to the UK, Sandhurst, or Mons in India, and so on, to train until they set up the military academy. And we were the first batch to be used in doing that.
So which of the intakes are you?
One.
Oh, with General Sam?
Yes.
Ah,
Edwin, yeah.
intake 1.
Yes.
Nice. So you're the pioneers.
We are the pioneers.
How did it work? Did they train you all as general soldiers and then you now choose whether you're going to go to Navy, Army, Air Force?
We enter choosing our various arms. Then the rule was that 6 months training will be given to all of us before we branch off. The Navy will go to Dartmouth, the Air Force will go to flying training school, and the Army will stay there.
On the ground.
Yes. Yeah. So that was the case.
So yeah.
So after the first 6 months, those in the Air Force branched off and then went to Takoradi to set up the Air Force base there. And then previously, we had a small unit at number 3 hangar, where we now have the airport, what do you call it? Terminal 3.
Terminal 3.
Yes.
Okay.
That side.
All right.
There were 3 hangars there. That is where the Air Force unit was.
Okay.
And then we had our aircraft by that place. The aircraft were from India, trainers were from India. That's where we had that Indian man on a selection boat.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So you met him again?
Yeah.
You met him again?
Well, yes. Yes, funny. Yes. Because the interesting thing was that President Nkrumah had a good affiliation with the India as well as Israel.
Yes, indeed.
The Israelis brought a team of about 10 pilots and about 5 engineers
Okay.
who came to set up the Air Force.
So our Air Force was set up by the Israelis?
Yes, by the
Indians?
by Israelis.
Israelis, okay.
Yes. And the Indians brought in the aircraft.
The hardware.
Yes, they bought the aircraft from there, but the training or the pilots were
Israelis.
Israelis.
Was India making aircraft at that time?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. HT2, we call it.
You were commissioned in 1961.
Myself.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is 65 years ago.
Yeah.
What's it like being a pilot? What was the first time you flew? What was that like?
In fact, during our time, you really have to work. There were no computers who could assist you in any way. Everything, working your flight plans, everything, you have to work, use your mathematical formulas to check.
What's a flight plan?
A flight plan, it's normally aircraft. You don't, should I say, we don't fly by heart.
You don't fly by heart.
Yes.
We're grateful for that.
Yes, you have to put up a plan. If you're going to, they are sending you from Takoradi to Accra, for instance, you have to submit your flight plan, time you are taking off, time the civil aviation will tell you that if you're coming from Takoradi at about Cape Coast, you must report that you're over Cape Coast. From there, you should report again at Winneba to help them to track you all the time. They're giving you a height that you want to fly at. In fact, you decide which height you want to for their approval. You choose your height according to, say, the wind conditions and so on. You want a more favorable wind, that will help you and so on. So
your meteo experience was helping. Your meteo job was helping with the weather and all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you put all these on your plan, then the air traffic control will approve of it. The time of departure, the number of people on board, the name of your captain, the name of the pilot, and so on. All these is made. So an aircraft flying around there, everybody, the civil aviation knows the number of people in it, the name of the captain, what height it's been allowed to fly at. If you decide that you want to fly at, say, 5,000 feet, civil aviation control will check at this time, 9 o'clock, you say you want to take off. 9 o'clock to this time, there's no aircraft flying at that height.
So you can go.
So he gives you that. And he knows it, and then denies any other one who wants to fly at that height at that time. You know.
So a lot of paperwork, a lot of calculations.
Oh, yes. Because if you doing, in those days, you do navigation flying, say, Takoradi, I'll use the simple word, Takoradi to Accra. Then suddenly you look at the map and look at the ground. You expect to see the sea flying along the sea, but you are not over the sea. You saw a lot of land around you. You should be able to look at your plan and see that, where am I now? I'm supposed to be by a point, Cape Coups or something.
I'm not there.
I'm not there. You should be able to quickly look at your map and see where you are and draw this and then calculate your wind that is hitting you, how you're going, and what heading you must change to come back to the route that you are supposed to pass.
A lot of concentration and focus.
Oh, yes. So, you know, in those days you find the pilot, he has a pad here, in which he has a pen here, he's writing here, he has a map here on his lap here. So you look at the map and then doing your calculation here at the same time. Meanwhile,
while he's looking at what's happening around
the
him.
aircraft is also going. So you must
be focused.
Oh, yes, you must be very, very sharp. Now they have computers that will help you. That point is pointed. That's the result. It's your new heading is that. So,
then you go that way.
but that time we have to calculate.
By yourself.
Calculate by yourself.
I'm just curious.
Taking into consideration the wind direction and all those things and the strength of the wind.
Before you actually got into a plane and took it up and brought it down, did you have simulator training? Did you do your training in a simulator before you got onto the plane?
We didn't have.
You didn't have simulators?
We didn't have simulators. So it was straight into the aircraft. It was straight into the aircraft. Yeah. But now more than once,
They simulate.
you go through simulators.
Yeah.
And acquire so much simulator hours.
Okay.
And it gives you a lot of confidence
Yes.
as well. You know.
Were you scared? I mean, give me your sense of your emotions. That time it was the first time you flew by yourself, without anybody to help you. What was it like flying by yourself?
My first solo.
Yes, your first solo.
Yes. Well, I went my first solo after I had done about 6.5 hours. Normally, between 4 to 6 hours, they expect a pilot, somebody who will make it, be able to go solo, right? If you cannot go solo by that time, it means your aptitude is not right. They will ground you. We started with 21 pilots in the school. We ended up with seven.
Where did the 14 go?
Oh, they were grounded because the altitude wasn't right. Yeah.
Any women? Any women in the batch, or it was all men?
No, that time no women.
It was all men.
Oh, the women came later on, years after we have joined.
That's brutal. 7 out of 21.
Dankwa and Ayele Komi,
Yes.
the two girls that
Yeah.
joined. That time we were then. My rank was even squadron leader. At that time, we had the women to come in. But where were we?
7 of you out of the 21.
Yes, made it.
Made it.
Yeah.
And then
You can find, if you want to see it, it's in this
Yeah.
book here.
So where did you fly solo? What was your plan? Where did you go?
I went solo after 6 hours.
Okay. Where did you fly to?
or just the training area. The first flight, you fly with your instructor, and then you come down. Then he tell you, now today you are going solo. So he gets out. He's leaving the aircraft, and he'll be in the aircraft. Has you have the instructor sitting in the back, and then the student sitting in front.
Okay.
So when you come, the day he wants you to go solo, after he's satisfied himself that you are safe. Yes. So most times they'll go with you in the morning, do some 30 minutes, 40 hours, come and land. Then as you come out, you come and stand in front of the hangar. Then it says, well, Kwame, now you are going solo. So remember everything and go and do the right thing.
That's all.
Yes, meanwhile, the aircraft, the engine is on. Yeah, the engine is on. And he gets out, and then they tie the things up there, and then pull the hood on you. And he gets down, and he just...
Say bye-bye.
Yes. Then you call the control tower, and then they give you clearance. You start moving out. You go and start from the beginning there, and then ask for takeoff. They give it to you. You take off, and then you go to the flying area, go and fly around, and do a few turns, and so on. And then come back, call the control tower, you want to come and land.
How are you feeling?
Well, if you, by the time you do that, you are confident that you can. Now you have nobody behind you anymore. You are the only one. So you should have the confidence in yourself and then come and land safely. Yes.
I know a lot of passengers, including me, when the plane is bearing down the runway, increasing speed, sometimes the thought comes into your mind, will it lift? Will it go up?
You do what?
Will the plane leave the ground? Because the thought sometimes crosses your mind.
Yes.
Does it happen to pilots too? Do you sometimes think, will this thing? You don't?
You believe that the equipment you're holding, what you're doing, will respond to your training and respond to whatever the engineering this thing is. So before you take off, you have a checklist that you must go through yourself, confirm yourself that you are ready to take off. Before you call the control tower, that should give you clearance to go and take off. And as you take off, there are various checks you do at various heights and so on. All these you would have done with your instructor, and therefore when you do that, when you get to that side, you do it. All right? You come to join to come and land. You call the control tower. They give you permission to join the circuit. All right? And if you are joining the circuit, there's a set way of joining the circuit. All this you'd have done with your instructor, and so you know.
So you've never had any second doubts when you were behind the controls? Never?
No. So you take off, go around, then come, and then join the circuit the way you've been taught where to join the circuit from. In other words, where to join the control tower where you're coming to land. The aircraft is the circuit is in there. So you join. If you're coming from here, you must join it at this end. And then if you're coming from here, you join at this end, and so on. So you do that, and then you come in, do all your checks for landing, and then you come in. Meanwhile, your instructor and so might be standing at the control tower, everybody watching the fire service will be alerted. They will be alerted. They will start their engines.
Engines waiting for
everybody else.
Yeah.
And you come in, you cry,
and then you land.
Then you're controlling the aircraft on the ground there. And everybody, all the others sitting there.
Clap for you. You made it.
Clapping for you. And then you finish and come out from the runway to the dispersal area. Meanwhile, your friends and everybody will all be standing there all waiting for you. And then you come. Meanwhile, we have a joke on ourselves. They will have water. Most times they go and collect a bucket full of, or 2 buckets full of ice water. Those days we used to have this ice chest where we used to sell Coca-Cola and so on.
Yes, yes.
And each hangar had about 2 of them there for our use. They go and collect that cold water. And as soon as you come out of the aircraft, you come out, you know,
That's
like a school
Yes,
days of
yes,
a
yes.
homeroom.
That you are now.
Cold thing on you.
Yeah. That you are now part of the flyers.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was there scary? What was your scariest flight ever? What was your scariest experience in the plane?
Serious.
Yes.
Well, I've come out about 2, 3 crashes.
You've come out of 2 or 3 crashes.
Yes.
Yes. Tell me about the first one.
The first one was in Takoradi.
Hey.
We took off, and then me and my instructor, and then as soon as we got to about 500 feet, he pulled the throttle back. You know, the throttle is the accelerator.
Okay.
But it's sitting there. He pulled it back, so there was no power. He says, front stop. In other words, imagine that at this height, your engine has packed up. What would you do? So you go through the system, and then when he pulled the thing off, I looked at the height, and I said, I'll go back. I'll go back and land on the runway. I started turning up, and I came all the way. It came a bit funny, and then, you know, did a heavy landing a little, and it damaged the left undercarriage.
Yeah.
Yes, but it wasn't serious. But I knew I could do it, except that the chap was also disrupting me, and you know, and bringing him.
He was in the plane with you.
Yes, the instructor was.
Any injuries?
No, the 2 of us, no injury. Okay, but we hit the runway. You know, instead of coming to hit 3, I hit a bit this way, so it was too much on it, and then came back. So we went there. Then the plane went off the runway to the side. The fire service people dashed there quickly.
Was there a fire though?
No,
There was no fire.
there was no fire.
Okay. Did the Air Force bill you for the damage to the plane?
Well, no. Well, we had to put in a report.
Okay.
Yes, and then a board of inquiry was done. We went through this. So it was. Otherwise, I would have been grounded.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have been grounded.
How about the second
The
crash?
second one was at we had a small airstrip there, a laterite airstrip. And then we went and landed there, and we overshot the runway.
Meaning
It's a
what?
small-
You went over beyond the length of the runway.
Yes, we overshot it and went off here to the gate and stopped there.
Did you
It
meet
was
any
a
bushes or
farm.
anything? What was there beyond the
It was
runway?
a cassava farm in the
Okay.
aircraft waiting there.
Fufu trees.
Yeah.
Not like KK trees, but fufu trees.
So we called the soldiers. They came and pushed the aircraft back.
They pushed the aircraft back. How many soldiers did that?
You know, that strip was by the unit, the army unit.
yes.
They all came and pulled
66.
and put it back. And put it back.
Wow.
And then, we push it to that end, we turn it around. I started again and listened to it and so on. Of course, we reported to headquarters.
Of course.
And told them what had happened. The runway was a very short one. But you really have to be very experienced to use it.
I can imagine.
At that time, I don't think I was too much experienced.
Okay.
Yes. So instead of touching down here, I touched down back there.
Ah.
So this was not enough for me.
No.
I came over here.
Over there. Was there another crash, or this is just the 2? Was there another crash apart from these 2?
Apart from that, yes, the other one, we were flying a formation.
You're in a formation?
Yeah.
How many planes were in the
There were
formation?
3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
And you were position number one? Number 1?
No, I was number 2.
Okay, on the left.
I was number 2, and in a turn on and off doing that, the one on this side
Number 3.
came all the way and hit my wing.
No way.
And hit my wing. Came back. So
How did that feel when you felt the plane hit you?
it wasn't. Well, fortunately, I mean,
Did you bail out?
No.
You didn't bail out of the plane?
No. We never, the aircraft we have here, apart from the fighters, the rest don't carry parachutes.
So you have to be in it?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Not really. You come and land with it.
Yeah.
Try and land with it. You can't leave the aircraft.
Did you feel that you had some power guiding you, divine intervention? I mean, 3 crashes is a lot of crashes for you to remain unscathed.
Yes. So really, for a long time, I believe that within Ghana here, it's safer to fly.
It is?
Yeah. Oh yes, for over 10 years, my hometown is in Kumasi. I never drove to Kumasi. Over 10 years, anytime I had to fly. There's nowhere, nobody would tell me to drive down. No. I felt so uncomfortable driving with these drivers around and this type of fixing.
It's safer up there?
Yes, it's safer up there. It's safer up there. Because if I'm at height and anything go wrong with that engine, I'll manage and come and land.
Because you are thinking like a pilot, too. But for passengers, they are thinking about, hey, if I'm up there and something happens, we are gone. Oh.
Well, they should come and listen to me. Yeah, you are safer here. Our airspace is so free. You know, not that many aircraft in the air. If you look at the US and other places, you fly according to whatever you do. There's no chance for error in your positioning in the aircraft in overseas. But here, you have all the freedom.
Okay, so it's safer
2 or 3
here.
flights, that's it.
It's safer.
You know, even in Takoradi, when we used to have our flying training school, you could count up, say, about 12 aircraft in the air at the same time every day. Now the Air Force have no aircraft, so not even one gets up.
Oh, what happened? Why don't they have aircraft?
I don't know. Go ask them.
I should go ask them.
It's all a matter of being able to maintain the aircraft.
Indeed.
You know, having the funds
To maintain.
having the funds to maintain the aircraft.
Yes,
I
indeed.
think that must be the problem.
Yeah.
And having the funds in the government.
Yeah, so it's a budget issue.
Yeah, it's a budget.
I'm curious, have you flown any VVIPs before? Any presidents, any heads of state?
Every aircraft, we have now, I don't know, every aircraft we have categories. If you take aircraft A, this type of aircraft, the pilots are graded according to their experience. Category C, D, C, B, and A. D is a fresh chap who has come on, just he can fly cargo, all right, including troops.
Cargo and troops.
Category C, you're allowed to fly passengers.
Okay.
B, again, very good. Then A, you're top of that aircraft. All right. So, if this aircraft, you have to fly, a VIP has to go to a place because that is the aircraft that can do the trip. Then, according to the status of the VIP, you choose a pilot that must fly. In other words, say a category A or a B pilot that will fly the VIP. If it's just ordinary somebody, they say, oh, some school children want some experience also, you may choose the one who flies just as passengers. All right. And fly. And D, passenger, cargo. Again, he alone, at times you have to have an experienced pilot by him as well, you know, to fly that. And that's it. Yeah. So depending upon the category of the pilot, you will be given a task. Your task is given you because you are of this category, and therefore you are entitled to fly. You are experienced enough and safe for a VIP or a non-VIP.
Who is the most important person you have flown? Who is the most important person you have flown?
Well, no, I didn't fly the president, but I flew a lot of ministers.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're important enough.
Yes.
They're quite important.
Yes.
You don't have to name names, but what's
Yes,
their
as I
behavior?
said,
What's their behavior on the plane? Are they relaxed?
Oh yes, they should. First of all, before I come and talk to you, the aircraft tell you this, and then we'll take off.
Okay.
And then we'll go.
And then when you go into turbulence, what happens?
At times you turn and see how they are doing, grabbing. You know, the thing you are grabbing is going around with you. You know,
because you are still inside. We don't matter what you are grabbing.
It says, tighten your seatbelt. You tighten it properly. If you tighten it properly, you're moving with the aircraft the same way. But if you don't tighten it properly, then it moves here. Then you are left hanging. And then before you come back, and it comes here, then you start trying to vomit because your stomach then would, you know. But if you tighten it properly, then you're part of the whole thing that goes with you here, comes you do here. But if not that way, then you're coming, you're left in here, and then you have that.
And then you have the stomach.
Yes.
Where did you have the most violent turbulence?
Where?
Yes. What was your experience?
In my time?
Yes.
Well, we were going to Libya, and on the desert area there. The turbulence there is so severe because the desert is bare, and the heat that it generates after the sun with a lot of heat waves. So the aircraft going using the air, the waves in it will behave the same way as the heat waves. So all that period you would experience.
And how long can that turbulence last?
Well,
for?
depending upon where, how far the places you will. Well, some of them can go all the way to 20,000, 30,000 feet. And so if you're unfortunate, you go in there.
Are you able to escape it by going higher?
Well, before you do that, you have to tell air traffic control to take permission.
Do they want to go higher? Yes.
Yeah. So otherwise, you just don't go on your own.
So you just go through it?
You have to go through that way.
Who was on that plane with you when you were going through that heavy turbulence?
I can't remember, but I think we were troops and so on.
Okay, all right.
I think we were going to Libya.
Okay. Was President Gaddafi in power back then?
Yes.
He was?
Yeah.
Did you ever meet him? Did you ever meet him?
Yes.
Okay. What was he like, personally?
Just like Rollins would do. Just like old Rollins, friendly with you and so on. Everything is in his head, but that's the point. Yeah. But outwardly, he looks fine. He's just serious. Yes. Yes.
I'm sure you must have met President Rollins a number of times.
Rollins?
Yes.
Yes, Rollins, I taught him flying, actually.
You taught him?
Yes. He came to my squadron, and I was the flight commander before he came to the 4th Squadron. After flying training school, he was sent to 1 squadron, which is my squadron, and I was the flight commander. Now, to fly my aircraft, my type of aircraft, he had to go through training on that aircraft.
Okay. What aircraft did you fly?
Oh, the Beavers and Ultras.
Okay.
So this was on Beaver to do that before he came to the 4th Squadron.
Okay.
Yeah. So he owes a lot of his the thing to me.
Yes. What kind of student was he?
He had that respect for me.
Okay.
To the extent that, there's no day he would talk to me without adding sir. Yes, sir. Right the time because he knows that it was through some of us that he managed to get there, get to which he was in. So as for that and the respect he has, yeah.
What kind of student was he?
Oh, in the Air Force in those days, you have to take the instruction the pilot or the instructor He's giving you. That is, he is the one. He is the expert in that, and you want to learn from him. So you tell him, you don't do it this way, don't do that. You do it. That's it. You see this book?
Yes.
The Air Force.
The Airman, yeah.
Air Force, yeah. We compiled the experience of the Air Force since it was formed up to 2009. We've not been able to launch the book.
This one?
Yes.
The Ghana Air Force, 59 to 2009.
Yes. We've not been able to, when the book was ready, or the draft was ready, we sent a copy to the President, Rollins, to have a look. And then he came back suggesting other additions he thinks we left out, we should have put in. This was all about his time as head of state. So we had an argument with him that we're talking about the Air Force, we are talking about Ghana. Your head of state, yes, but your activity there is not Air Force. So if we didn't capture those activities, not that we are disrespecting you, but that does not come to be history of the Air Force. So they went on this thing, and the commander at the time couldn't have the guts to get the book published because of fear of the comments he had made on that. And then he brought, there was a saying that Rollins flew under the Adomi bridge.
We heard that when we were children.
Okay. And I said, no, he didn't. I was that time in charge of operations of the Air Force. And I said, nothing like that happened. If it had happened, we would have court-martialed him. Nothing like that happened.
Is it possible to fly under the Adomi bridge? It's not possible.
Because you know there are some strings on it. You know it. If you look at it, so, and he's not going to be able to fly between the water and nothing either.
That's what we heard.
No.
It was a fable.
Yeah. And I gave that comment, and he heard it, and he wasn't too happy about it. That I should have kept quiet. I said, no. They asked a question. So I couldn't have kept quiet. If I kept quiet, it means I am endorsing it. So it wasn't true. And I know I know you also know that it's not true. So Jerry had a small problem with me after that incident. So this book they haven't been able to publish it. The present commander, I haven't talked to him. The previous one, I talked to him. You should get it published.
Yeah, it's good history.
And, yes, and so next week or two, I'm going to the present one, and I said, this thing is there. It's ready to be published.
It should be published.
We have to get a publisher and then look at it and then publish it. Yeah.
I'm curious, what was the role of the Air Force in the various coups that happened in Ghana? In '66, was the Air Force involved in the coup?
Well, the armed forces, we call the
armed forces.
The armed forces.
Yes, but did you have any jets flying around?
The Air Force got involved because Rollins was the Air Force.
Okay, so that was 79.
Yes. 79.
How about 66? The coup that overthrew Osagyefo? Was the Air Force involved in that one?
No, it was. Well, we always would say the armed forces.
Armed forces,
because, whereas people in Accra, the one who secured the castle or whatever, and so on, our army chaps and so on. Various units of the service will get ready and also participate when it's necessary. The Navy chiefs were managing their places, and so on. The Air Force managing our places.
Yeah.
If they need to fly somebody else, they'll come, we'll fly them there, and so on and so forth.
So in '66, were you in the coup that overthrew Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah? Were you in Ghana?
Yes.
Okay. Where exactly were you?
I was in Takoradi.
Okay.
Yeah. I was in the squadron, squadron pilot. In fact, yeah.
What was the mood like when the coup was announced?
Oh, well, that was the first time we had a coup. And so, really, those of us in our stations, all we did was to keep our cool, maintain our safety, security, not allow any suspicious person in, and so on and so forth. And then listen to instructions from headquarters and so on. Yes, no flights will be allowed, except definite instructions will come from headquarters to say to fly here or there. Otherwise, because they are not sure where you'll be taking your aircraft to.
Exactly.
Yes, so they would rather restrict our flying and then maintain runways might be blocked, either with some drums filled with the sand or so,
Yes.
to allow, to not allow anybody to use it.
Indeed.
And so on. And for that time even, there was a private aircraft at Imim.
Okay. The forest areas.
Yes. This one-eye man, a white man, who used to have a private
Plane.
aircraft at
Mim,
Imim.
yeah.
Yes. And we had to put our eye on him all the time. So we had to fly over
Over the Mim area. Okay.
Go and send Air Force personnel into Mim to man the airfield to make sure that that aircraft does not take off, and so on and so forth. So you see, these are some areas that the Air Force might come in.
Exactly.
And so on and so forth.
How about '72? The arrival of General Champong.
Yes.
What was the role of the Air Force there?
That also the same thing, really, the same thing. But I remember even Accra airport was blocked, and then I was then squadron commander in Takoradi, and the then CDS Ashilasi was on before the coup. He had come to Takoradi, and he was there on inspection, and then the announcement came. The following day, we had to come to Accra, and then so you had to ask for permission for us to fly to Accra, because Accra airport had been closed down.
Okay.
And then
So where did you land then? If the airport was closed?
We landed at Accra airport.
Although it was closed.
Yeah, yeah. The Beaver lands short, so we landed short, and then in fact I flew him down, and we sent a message to the council saying that Ashilasi must come, and they agreed. So they had to clear the runway for me, and then I came down, flew,
And you
put
landed.
him down, went to the mess, had a quick drink, came back, took my aircraft
Back
and back
to Takoradi.
to Takoradi.
In that year, Osajefo's body was brought back to Ghana for I think the second burial.
Yeah.
And I've seen a video clip of when the aircraft brought him to I think Krofu. Who you know the pilots who brought that?
I've forgotten.
Okay, because I saw a young Flight Lieutenant Rollins saluting when this body was brought in.
At that time, I don't think Rollins was flight lieutenant.
He wasn't? Okay, I'm using his rank now, but I don't know what rank he was then. But I saw young Rawlings. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Was that a helicopter, right? No?
Yeah, it was a helicopter. But Rollins never flew a helicopter. So he flew a fixed wing. And you can't combine the two.
Yeah.
Helicopter pilot and
No, he wasn't flying. I think he was just standing up there. Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
So you never flew helicopters?
No.
No.
As a pilot. No.
Okay. It's completely different training.
Yes, it's complete training.
Okay.
The basic training is fixed wing. After that, then you are sent on to helicopters to train as a helicopter pilot.
So in theory, a helicopter pilot can also fly fixed wing? Is it possible?
Yes.
It's possible.
Yes.
Okay.
he can fly a fixed wing, but a fixed wing pilot
Cannot fly a helicopter.
because the helicopter pilot first trained as a fixed wing pilot before, so he has more knowledge than the true fixed wing pilot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was a terrible accident in 2025, 6th of August, involving two ministers and 4 other people, involving a helicopter. If you remember last year, Minister Obani Buama and his colleagues.
Yeah.
Just what were your thoughts on that? I know you're not a helicopter pilot, but just as an airman, what were some of the thoughts that went through your head?
Yeah,
concerning that accident?
When the incident happened, there were all sorts of stories and theories about this. Now, some of us who are pilots and so on also think differently. I saw it straight from that time that I believe the incident happened because of weather. The weather forced the pilot to come that low. All right, to the extent that probably might have hit a tree. Some of us think that in such a situation, all you got to do, since the area has no instrument let down equipment there, your best thing is to go to Kumasi, let down using the instruments in Kumasi Airport, let down and come down under the weather in Kumasi. And from there, you then try to fly low then to wherever you're going. But if you are in the air, and now you have to try to pop in from the clouds down there and so on, you don't know how you're going to hit.
So visibility is poor.
Yes.
Okay.
So best thing is straight away from there to say Kumasi, use the instruments to let down and come under the
Weather.
the
clouds,
weather,
yeah,
under the
whatever.
cloud. Then you do a low fly and straight from there, if it's possible. If it's not possible, you stop. You don't. As a captain, the best thing is that you should be able to take the right decision. If it's dangerous, you don't take it.
Abort the mission.
Yes. If it's dangerous, you don't go. You land. Recently, President Trump in the UK, his last visit to UK, he lands at the airport. They pick him with a helicopter to the castles and so on in London. Right. On his way back, after his visit, from the castle to his aircraft, the aircraft was in standstill, and he lived here. The helicopter developed a problem. So the pilot had to land straight in one of the towns.
Wherever they were.
Yes, one of the towns in there. A lot of people don't know, but we followed this, so we know. He landed right before a second helicopter came to pick him to continue to his aircraft, his main Air Force One. All right. If the aircraft is defective or the weather is so bad, the best pilot is one who takes a good decision and land and save the aircraft. And that comes with experience. That comes with experience. There's no way you're going to show up and say, I'm the best pilot. No. You don't do it that way.
What are the qualities of a good pilot? What are the main qualities of a good pilot?
The one who's still taking a good decision and land at the right time.
That's it.
Yes. And safely too.
When we were young, we were told that if you were wearing glasses, you couldn't become a pilot.
Yeah.
Was it true?
Yes. Yes. Because, in fact, if you're wearing a glass, I can put on the glasses. Right now, I can read without the glasses. I can go through this, though it's difficult a little, but just train myself. You have no time to do that in the aircraft. When it's trainer, I was trying to read information or the panel. No. And number two, in those flying, even the fighters, when you going to go through gravity, G.
The G forces, yeah.
Yes, with the glasses on, the G can pull the glasses off your eyes.
Ooh.
Yes. It will detach, and G's can pull everything off you. So if it takes it from your eye, then where do you come from? Without glasses, you cannot see. So for these reasons,
You don't wear glasses?
Yes.
How about contact lenses?
Well, contact lenses, they came
They came later.
They came later.
Yeah.
Yes, they came later.
So those times,
But then-
if you were wearing glasses, sorry, the Air Force would not take you
Yes. Yes.
to be a pilot.
Right now, no. Yeah, I won't take you.
You were involved with Ghana Airways as well.
See?
You ran Ghana Airways for a while.
Yes.
In the 70s,
Yes. So,
in the
70s.
Champong era. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What was that like?
well, I was seconded just like in those days to go and manage Ghana Airways because they thought they had problems there and I could help out. So I was seconded there for 272, 3, 4. About 3 years.
3 years.
And I'm quite happy I had that experience. For the first time, Ghana Airways posted some profit in 73 after I've been there for about a year. And we were able to even give bonus to staff at the Christmas.
Was that a rare occasion?
Yes, it had never happened to
Ghana Airways was also making money.
No, you cannot. But if you make it, it was enough to give bonus to to the whole staff. Everybody had a percentage of his pay. You know?
Before you came, how were they running Ghana Airways?
Well, Ghana Airways, it was, as usual, being run on political basis and so on. You know? And then me, I'm not a politician to start with. So whatever decision I take, I'm taking it to me to the best knowledge that I have, and also to the best of the organization. So you at least cut some of the major things off. Politically, people fly on Ghana Airways, senior people with all sorts of loads, no pay, nothing, they just push them in and go. Me, no.
You stopped it.
Yes.
What were some of the strategies you used to deal with the issues in Ghana Airways? What did you do?
Well, the point is that everybody, commercial manager, this accountant, on this, you all have schedules to do. And you, commercial manager, are wholly responsible if anything like that happened. There was a staff, a stewardess, a ground staff, whom I sacked.
What did you do?
Well, she had gone to town. She was on duty. I'd gone across, bought some foodstuff, fried plantain, and then coming back, instead of eating there, she folded it, wrapped it, and came to this. And as she was entering the check-in point there, she smeared some passenger with
Kilewele oil?
yes,
Plantain oil?
with the red, this.
Oh.
And it became a whole big problem, annoyed and all sorts of things. That was the headquarters. And I got a message and said, well, this is what is happening at the airport. So I ordered them to stop and then send the personnel manager to go and apologize to this passenger and so on. And then I instituted an inquiry. And it came out to show that the girl was careless and did this. Straight away, I got her sacked.
Wasn't that harsh, Air Commodore?
I got her sacked.
That was quite draconian.
This lady was sort of related to a colonel at the time.
Okay. A blood relationship or a girlfriend?
Oh, no, blood.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I got sacked. And it was difficult for them to accept that, because later on there was comments from some of the officers or who were from the same area.
Yes.
That I was discriminating. I said, no, you should show me the other one that is from another district or country.
So that decision must have made you unpopular. You sacking that person made you unpopular.
I didn't mind that. They said I should have transferred. I said, a bad nut is a bad nut.
You can't transfer the nonsense elsewhere.
No. When I came to Korle Bu, I had a similar problem. Somebody stole something from equipment. I had a board of inquiry. You proved that. I sacked her. And they said I should have transferred her from the equipment side to the accounts or some other. Said, no. The chap is a thief. If you move her from here to that side, does it stop her from being a thief? It's a character. It's there. So we don't transfer things like that. You don't do it.
And that seems to be the practice in Ghana, that when somebody misbehaves, instead of them sacking that person, they transfer the person elsewhere.
Yes. Oh, a few people came home to see my wife when I was in the office. Papa, he's in the office, so you better go there. That's why you get him.
That's all.
Tell him, and they will go back.
They never came to see you.
Yeah, they never come back. They come to harass her, trying to ask her to beg on their behalf. No. I'm simple, but my point is very
clear.
It's as simple as that. I'm not that rowdy, but when I say this, it is it.
That's it.
Simple.
If you look back, what do you think was your greatest achievement at Ghana Airways? Apart from you turned a profit and people had a bonus. Yeah.
Well, it was during my time that we started operating a night service to Kumasi.
Night service to Kumasi?
Yes.
Okay.
It was in that time. Yeah, that was the day. It was during my time we had to operate the night service to Kumasi. And well, as far as I see, Ghana Airways made sense to even International Air Traffic Association. And I was the first to be appointed to the executive committee of IATA. Ghana Airways has been in existence for years. Nobody, I was the first to be appointed to that.
International Association of
Because they saw the steps that we were taking in Ghana here and so forth.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Did you enjoy your time at Ghana Airways?
Well, I did. I did. And but I was so sorry I left at the time I left. Yes. Again, politics, so you cannot do much about it.
Indeed.
So, and then straight from Ghana Airways, I came back to the Air Force and I was posted to Tamale.
Good experience?
To Tamale.
What was Tamale like?
I was the first base commander there.
Yes.
Yes. So, and then, because in fact I started the construction. That time I was headquarters and director of operations. And it was my responsibility in overseeing the construction of all those projects.
Right.
So every month we had a board, not a board meeting. What do you call it? A meeting. What is it? A works meeting that we go there, discuss progress and so on, and all the problems that the Air Force had to take up. It comes through me and do it.
Indeed.
So I wasn't surprised that they asked me to go there as a first base commander.
Yeah.
And then, so really, I pride myself as having had the honor and opportunity to command the whole 3 Air Force bases, Takoradi, Accra, and Tamale. Nobody has done it. Nobody up to now. As well as having another opportunity to be the CEO of the two teaching hospitals,
Yes.
Kumasi
And
Korle
Korle Bu, yeah.
Yes. These are two first positions that
Indeed.
I pride myself.
Yeah, we're proud of you.
Yes.
On the Ghana Airways angle, so recently President Mahama announced that we will be getting a new national carrier. If you had a word with him, and you could, if he called you up for some advice, what would you advise him, considering that you were once CEO of Ghana Airways?
Yeah. Well, I would say that the Ghana Airways cannot be run on party lines. We should not just put anybody in the board, let's say 15 people, 30 people, half of them have no knowledge, nothing to contribute to the Air Force, into the operations.
Into operations, okay.
He's a lawyer, he's that, and that is his qualification on it. So such a person gets on, and they cannot contribute anything to the operation of the airline, right? Before we say Jack, we are loading it with so many funny people who have all their interest in is to be able to get cheap ticket and travel left, center, right with it, right? When I was Ghana Airways, my board members, I think we were 9, and the 9, each one was assigned a specific thing in the airways that I want you to follow. At the next board meeting, you are telling us about what has happened there, what you have done there, the problems you have there, and what you suggest to us. You just don't go there and just sit there. You have to add that to your duty from whatever work you are in, that will be appointing a board member. If you're accountant, I put you to the accounts, so you be with the accountant and go through and let's see any problems within that area that we can help to solve it.
So no square pegs in round holes. People must do their
Yes,
assignments.
yes. So that you are more useful than just sitting there as a board member. Nothing, no. Every board member must, me as a pilot, so I concern myself more with the
Aviation
pilot
side.
flying things as well. And so I won't sit only in the office. I'll be at the airport and go through this and so on and so forth, you know. So people they are bringing in must relate to whatever job they have to come and do in the airways.
It looks like politics is a problem in Ghana because with the ambulance service, you said politics destroyed it. When you were at Ghana Airways, people were trying to do political interference. How about your stints with Komfo Anokye and Korle Bu? Did politics rear its head there as well?
A little, not that much. A little. In fact, I left Korle Bu because to me it was more of a politics.
Okay, how do you mean?
Yes, because you know, in those days we have a financial year that any money that is assigned to an organization, if you don't utilize it by the time the financial year is up, that money is returned
To chest.
And here was Korle Bu. We needed money to buy the sutures, to buy gauzes, to buy that, to pay for drugs that were taken. And the money wasn't coming. Meanwhile, we borrowed monies, borrowed the items, and we're using it. Whatever money has been approved for us, we know they have not released all. They wait till just the last 2-3 months
Of the year.
and they may ask you to try and utilize the money. If you can't utilize it, then it goes to chest.
So the idea is to spend the money quick before the year ends.
Yes.
So you buy things left, right, and center.
Something like that. And then, so I was there when I had a call from the late Mrs. Rollins.
Okay. Because this was in the 90s. This what you're talking about was in the 90s.
Yeah,
92, 97.
Yes. In Korle Bu.
Yes.
Yes.
So Mrs. Rollins called you.
90, this was 97.
Yes.
So the lady calls me and finds out from me whether we could buy these tickets. What is it? When you go,
A chit?
yeah. When you go and register, they give you
A coupon, a ticket?
no, a card.
A card, okay. Yeah. Registration card.
Admission
Card.
card, whatever.
Okay.
And then I say, yeah, madam, we have a lock. We have a stock for about 6 months. There's there is money they are giving to us that we could buy more, and we have arranged that this company must come and supply that. And I said, no, not for Korle Bu. Korle Bu will have stock lasting 6 months. So we don't need it. If the other hospitals and so on need it, they can have that. But apparently, it's only Korle Bu that says yes in the Ministry of Health. And if he says yes, then things take on.
So were you overruled?
Oh, no, I said no, I couldn't buy that. I couldn't. And for that reason, the money is not being released. Apparently, the 31st December women have arranged this. So whatever profit that comes out will go to them. All right? That's what I'm saying, it's political. And so she was leading this call so that we can get a contract to this person to supply the Health Ministry of Health with the admission cards. And I said, Korle Bu, we have our admission cards. We have stock there, which will last about 6 months. We don't need any now. We need money to pay for drugs and other things we have bought. So if there's that money fall out, we just want to have our share and do that. If the regional hospitals and so on need cards, yeah, go ahead and do that for them. And because of this, I was thrown out. The next 2 months, they said I should go back to it. So I left.
What are your regrets? Do you have any regrets with Korle Bu?
Oh, at that time, yeah, because I thought we could have done something better than that. Yes, when construction of it, a bungalow for the CEO, we didn't have any, and there was some old bungalows along the mortuary. If you enter Korle Bu, mortuary and so that. 2 of them got a plan they've taken so that the CEO can live in there and be more accessible to than anybody who come here, go and hire a house here. Every year there's some bill on it, so bizarre. I could have renovated and done a good job with the 2 bungalows there, and that way. We just did the wall, and when I was doing the wall, the doctors there came and said, no wall. This is not Bema camp. It's Bema camp that we have walls. Here we have hedges. I said, no. The CEO, whatever is in here belongs to Korle Bu, and I'm going to make sure it's secured. Hedges are not going to be those. We'll have a wall, and so on, and so on.
Good decision, because otherwise trotros would have been passing through Korle Bu, left, right, and center.
Yes, in fact, from there, before that time, they were passing from mortuary through there. They take a full, and then everything comes to a standstill when somebody's come and collect a body. They come through Korle Bu from there to get to that side.
No. So good.
I say, now this is blocked. Everybody, take your body, get to the main road,
and move.
go to wherever you're going to.
It's a good decision.
It's as simple as that. And then I was quite happy about that.
Yeah.
And so.
And with Komfo Anokye, what were some of your achievements at Komfo Anokye? Because you worked at Komfo Anokye as well.
Yes. I was there first.
Yes.
After 2.5 years.
Yes. Then you went to Korle Bu.
I was transferred to Korle Bu.
What did they see in you to make you be in charge of these institutions?
I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I believe, I would say that my training in the service also helped me. I did my postgraduate course in Monterey, in California. And that is where your training in management is brought to the core, is brought to the fore. Because you are taught how to manage everything under you, man, equipment, and so on. So, how to utilize
the resources.
your resources. And I believe that is the thing. Because Komfo Anokye, when I came first, my first meeting was a sort of thing that I arranged with them. The point I raised was that everybody in there should consider him or herself as part of a chain. That Komfo Anokye is a chain, a round chain. And each one of you is one of the rings in the chain. If you break one out, you no more have a chain, and therefore. So the laborer is as important as the pharmacist. The pharmacist is as important as like the nurse. And the doctor is as important as the laborer. If the laborer does not clean this place, wiped the theater there, and left all the debris there, the following day, that expert cannot work. If the nurse also does not provide the care, then your operation that you did also the child can die through infection. The pharmacist does not provide the medicines and so on. So everybody is important. So nobody should say the laborer is not important. He is very, very important. Just like the nurse. But the first strike the nurses went happened when I was in Komfo Anokye. And a day or two before the strike, I was in Agogo. The nurses had their week. All the nurses' week was held in Agogo, and I was invited as a guest. And I went there, had a chat with them, we prayed after the speeches and so on and so forth, to get to only to hear the following day that there was a strike. And they said, my friend, we're beating you. You do coups.
They do strikes.
You're doing military coups. And it's we're beating you to it. And that is it.
Yeah.
You know. And when the nurses went on strike, we could see that about 65-70% of the job in the hospital is done by the nurses.
So they are key.
Yes. If the nurses left, you could see the difference in the hospital. Patients, everybody was it. So that is the message I leave behind and say that, look, in every organization, if you're managing the people well,
yes,
and each of them contributing fine, it will be. Because when I went into these civilian organizations, I said, in the Air Force, you have the engineers, you have the pilots, you have the administrators, you have the suppliers. You have 4 wings. Each one of them has to do a job to get that aircraft in the air. If the engineer does not do his work, the aircraft can't fly. If the pilot does not do his work, the aircraft cannot fly. If the supplier that refuses to indent for things, the aircraft cannot fly. The administrator, make sure that your money is due and take you out of all that.
You can't fly.
You can't fly. And therefore, it's all like a chain.
Yeah.
And all of you have to contribute to get the whole thing working. And that's exactly the same style that I put in both Komfo Anokye and Korle Bu.
Korle Bu. Couple of quick questions before we wrap this up. So this year is the 60th anniversary of the overthrow of This year is the 60th anniversary of the overthrow of President Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes.
And on their anniversary, the name of the airport was changed from Kotoka International Airport to Accra International, which was the original name. What are your reflections on that name change?
Well, there are so many important things that we should concern ourselves with than this. It shouldn't come into discussion at all. Nobody should think about anything, the name of an airport. We should think about what we're doing to the economy and get people this. As simple as that. It's not important. You should leave the name, it could be anybody's name. We shouldn't use our time and money to go and debate things like that. Go to the airport and change all documentations and all this, what is the information about the airport now, from Kotoka into Accra and so on. The old ones we're throwing away somewhere.
So for you, it's a waste of time?
It's a waste of time. It's not necessary. Not necessary. Nobody should talk about it. Not necessary. You call it in Kotoka and so on, for what?
Well, but those who say...
short, and that's where they found the body. So that's why they tried to put up a what is it?
A memorial?
Yeah, yes.
How about those who say, listen, this name is reverting to what the original name was? You don't buy that argument? Because the original name was Accra International Airport. And they say, it's just reverting. It's reverting back to the old name.
Do we have time to waste on that? Let us waste our time on what is happening to the farmers. All right? Waste our time on things happening to the farmers and let us find solutions to making the cocoa farmer fine. And stop thinking about a name of somebody here, there. What is it bringing? Is it bringing him back or not? No, it's not. It's not important. Nobody should talk about it. You should leave it as it is. You should leave it. You shouldn't spend a pessoa to go and reprint all the information on Accra Airport from Kotoka to this.
I think it's happening.
Because we have to scrape all that and put all those information in the whole world. Why? It's also part of money. We need that money. Think about something else. Let us use our money properly. All right? That's my view on that. Yes.
I know you left the armed forces over 40 years ago. But there was a point in time, your highest point was Chief of Air Staff, correct?
So what?
Chief of Air Staff. You were Chief of Air Staff.
Yes.
What's your proudest achievement? I mean, being Chief of Air Staff, is that the pinnacle of your military career? Would you say that was the height? And what are you most proud of when you were in that period?
Yeah. Well, I would say yes, because that is the top of the service. Unfortunately, our ranks were not given our ranks. Myself, Steve Obimpe was
yes, he was, Commodore,
Commodore Steve Obimpe, and one Brigadier Amoa. We served in that position for about 2 years, and then our ranks were denied us. We should have been AVMs.
Air Vice Marshal.
Yes, because Rollins was sitting there, and the man feared to act. There was the pressure that Rollins wanted to cut everything down, sort of. So why are you giving this Lieutenant General? Cut everything down to the CDS 2-star, the services 1-star. That's how it. So until the new thing came, and they brought them all up again, Again, my interest is that I served as a commander of the Air Force and did a little I can, and I knew where I was taking the Air Force to if it had continued, because before the coup, we had gone to arrange to retool the Air Force, reshape our operations. We've gone to discussions with the American, and they were providing us with 3 C-130s. The C-130 is a big troop carrier.
A transporter?
Yeah. And we were arranging to get 3 of them. We were changing the Air Force itself, the fighter, into some others, and then helicopters, and some medium ones both for small flights, and then another one for sea patrols, so on and so forth. And we are gone into an arrangement, and then a whole proposal bigger than this Air Force book, divided into all these various squadrons, have all been proposed, and it couldn't come on. Would have not been probably in the same position as the Air Force now with equipment, yes. Because with the arrangement we went through included a whole period of maintenance and supply of equipment and so on. The Air Force, let's look at the aircraft, they say, oh, it's old. Aircraft is never old. Aircraft is never old. Aircraft is not like a car. Aircraft, we say aircraft is lived. When you say aircraft is lived, it means there's life in it. The life we have in it is that the equipment you see over here like this, we say that the thing you have here has 12 months life. In the case of the aircraft, we compare that plus the use. So, for instance, the tie fixed on the aircraft, we say is lived. And so they put on it and say that you should do 100 landings or 6 months. Whichever one comes first, you have to change it. And that applies to almost every part of the aircraft. The body itself, they say after 10 years or so, strip everything down. It's likely you might see corrosion and so on. And so when it's the time for its 10-year service, which is probably linked to say 10,000 flying hours or whatever, you send that aircraft in, they strip it, and they are likely to find corrosion because they know that it's passing through weather left and right.
There must be some effect.
Yes, yes. So the aircraft is never old. Not one incident happens, then they think the aircraft is so old and so on, so you change all that. Otherwise, Trump, again, still use Trump or the US, who have all the monies. The last conference they went in Switzerland, was it? Switzerland.
Davos.
Yes. You know, his aircraft, he couldn't go on it because there was some small fault. And that whole big Air Force, whole big US, the aircraft is going on 77 on the way. It can happen to
anybody.
Yes, yes. And that's the second time that he has had problem with his aircraft. His helicopter also went unserviceable.
In the UK, yeah.
And this is that, all right. So, if we do not look at it that way, and we think that this aircraft, meanwhile, the aircraft sitting there for 2-3 years you've had not even done a quarter of the hours that could have done. Meanwhile, you are changing parts on it every time. So it's becoming more expensive to you. Exactly. Because you never got any physical, profit
out of it
from its operation. Right. So, what brought about government plan to buy 2 new jets or whatever?
Presidential jets.
Yeah, because they think it's old.
But you beg to differ.
Yes, it's not old. Go and look at the number of hours on it, and compare that with similar aircraft overseas. You see that ours has done about 1/10 of the hours.
So we should keep the money and not buy new jets.
Yes.
That's what you're thinking?
We should look at it. Why do we need a whole 2? Let's say 2 jets. Why? Why? Where is he going to? Where?
He's taking the president around and the ministers.
To where?
Official assignments.
I mean, to where? No, we should be realistic. Where is he going to? Are you a minister in Ghana or where overseas? How many times do you see US this thing or come here? To do what? Your job is in that country. Oh shit, and do that. All right. There could be 1 or 2 times in a year that you may have to go out and come, but that does not make it necessary for us to buy a whole
new jet.
No.
Before
Because,
we go,
well, now,
yeah,
honestly, I think the presidential jet question, they should have continued with the aircraft we have.
the one that was
Yes,
there that
yes,
President Akufo-Addo
yes.
used.
Yes, because people talk about, oh, he's going to the UN. He must take about 28 people, 30 people. What are they really going to do? What really are they going to do? That number of people.
I can't end without commenting on the hangar that is now has your name in Tamale. So I was very pleased to know that they've actually named this facility after you. And you worked there. You worked in Tamale. You remember?
Yes,
Yes.
I was the first base commander.
Exactly so. And so we have a KK Pumpuni hangar
Yes,
at the Air Force Base in Tamale.
yes.
Of course, KK standing for
Kwame
Kwame Crunchy. How does that make you feel?
What is your question?
Well, how does that make you feel that they've named the hangar after you?
Well, I'm happy about it. I'm happy that they recognize me in that way. In the paper I gave out, the day, have you seen?
Yes, I've seen it. I've seen it.
For them to recognize me in that side, and I'm happy about it. And as I said, it is the honor is shared between me and all the staff
Indeed.
who worked in there.
Indeed.
My prayer is that we'll have the resources to maintain the place properly and be more useful to the country.
Indeed.
Yes. I would feel sad in my grave to see that the hangar is not serving the purpose for which it was built in future. It should continue to serve the purpose for which it was built, and to do that involves the personnel, the government, and everybody
Indeed.
doing their bit of providing the resources for that purpose. Yes.
I'm just curious, did any of your family members also join the Air Force after you? I mean,
Unfortunately, no. I had 4 girls or ladies now. They are now,
ladies.
They are now big ladies.
Yes.
And at that time, it wasn't a fashion that the women will go into the service. So none of them. I'm sure the last one, and the second might have joined the service. The second, Juliet, is now with the World Bank. She's an assistant director in charge of, I think, East Africa, and at times West Africa. And she's a little bit engineering minded. And I remember coming to fly her from Accra to Takoradi when she was born. She was 1 week old. And I had come to Accra here with the Beaver aircraft to fly with our Air Force commander who was training him as a O2. We were training him as a pilot. So every time we brought the aircraft with an instructor to over here, we will fly with him. And after that, the aircraft flies back to Takoradi. So when the aircraft, when I was coming down that day, the aircraft was supposed to come here and fly with the Air Marshal. I took advantage and went to 37, where my wife has delivered 3 days ago, my second born. When I got there, just to visit And then they said, well, are you coming to take your wife away? I said, no, is he ready? So she's ready if you want to go. But meanwhile, at that time, there was a rule that nobody flies his own
relatives.
Yeah. So I went back to the Air Force headquarters and told the commander that I wanted to take my wife and daughter back to Takoradi. They have been discharged from the hospital, and I need their permission to fly my own daughter. So they put down. I said, okay, go. So I came, picked the two of them, sat them in the aircraft, and me in front the side of my aircraft, with the two of them straight to Takoradi, landed beautifully, softly.
Of course, you have important guests on board, you know?
Yes. Yeah. So
what an experience.
So she, after 3 months, or 3 days after her birth,
she took her first flight.
Yes, to fly her back, and then landed safely. The last one is PhD electrical and computer engineering.
Okay.
She's in the US, and then she would have, but right now she's engineering minded and talks about aircraft, things I don't even want to talk about. She still talks about it. And at least I'm sure she would have probably.
I'm sure there's maybe in the future some grandchildren will take the Pumpuni name up into the skies again. What do you miss most about flying? What do you miss most?
What I miss
most about flying?
Yes, what I miss is the you see, at the moment, movement of personnel, material, and ideas are what is governing the world. You move personnel, move equipment, and so on. It's all by air of some sort. I miss that serene nature of being in the air.
Up there.
Yes. And then somebody might say, "Oh, but it's dangerous. The aircraft can have." No, I don't think it that way. I think going into the air is a way out. Is a way here. Look at our transport system. Look at the carnage on the road. You can't compare that to air. How many air crashes have you had in Accra here or in Ghana? Apart from the Air Force station, none. So to me, it's safer. It's safer for life, economically. It makes the economy also grow, and therefore we should do all we can to maintain the air part of our economy. It is not by heart that we spend time and money to do this. I think we shouldn't let it go waste. We should do what we can. Air power is the thing. Look at what is happening in Iran now.
Yes, the war.
How many ground people? It's all air power. It's the air power. If you don't have it, you're out. This country, if we don't have, we are so small that we can have a very effective air power. That's the only way. We cannot fight Nigeria on ground. But even with a squadron of good pilots, Nigeria can hesitate in trying to, or Burkina Faso, or any of those. You send your troops, marching them there. All you need is 1-2 aircraft, flat the whole people out, and it's finished. And they are finished. They can't go anymore. So it is an area we should look at. I would say that we should spend some money and maintain the aircraft, maintain the people, the Air Force. The flying training school in Kafui Dey has to come back. We cannot have an Air Force with no training facility to train our own crew, our own pilots. An Air Force is indigenous thing in the service. You cannot. When we went to we cannot go and train our people in other air forces. It's wrong. One, they will not expose you to all the good things they are doing in their Air Force. And two, you cannot meet your own requirements for training. If you have a school, you can put in 20 people or so, 2 instructors doing this. If you want to train them in Nigeria, they will say we'll give you 2 vacancies. 3 vacancies.
You have to pay for their time there as well.
Then you send another 2 also to India, another 2 to Libya, another 2 here. And they come back and they don't gel anymore. You want to have the schoolmates and then have that idea.
Indeed.
It's better. So we should do all we can to resuscitate the training school, whether in Kafui Dey or wherever they want it. There must be a training institution that will train our people. Now we don't have nothing. Nothing.
So that would be your wish?
Yes. So go to Kafui Dey and the whole place is bare. Nothing.
Train our people at home. We should train our people here at home.
Yes.
And finally, I'm curious about your intake mates. I've spoken to General Sam, and if there was another intake mate you'd like me to interview, who would you recommend that I go and find?
I don't have any more. We are only 2 left in the Air Force.
Oh.
The other one is T.T. Kutin, Group Captain Kutin.
Okay.
He lives in Tema. And then...
out of the 7, it's 2 of you left.
Yes. Of course, he is also... Jackson used to be, but he died. So only 2 of us are left.
You and Group Captain Kutin. We'll look for him. Air Commodore K.K. Pumpuni.
Yes.
Former Chief of Air Staff. Administrator at both Korle Bu and Komfo Anokye.
Yes.
Former CEO of Ghana Airways.
Yes.
A lifelong lover of golf.
Yes.
And an officer and a gentleman.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much too.
I've enjoyed this conversation.
Well, I didn't know you were taking it. I thought we were just conversing.
That's what we were.
See these people. They are dangerous people. They were...
We're having a good conversation. Thank you so much. And I wish you the very best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And that's our conversation. Meet us in the comments. My name is Kafui Dey. God bless.